Hello, this is Michelle McPhee at Life Benefits with how to pay back a policy loan at the advanced level. If you're a beginner, you're welcome to watch this advanced video. Just realize that the management of money in this video is more advanced. If you're overwhelmed, please go back and practice the money management explained in the beginner video. Those of you ready to implement money management at a faster pace, here we go.
You'll notice our screen looks just a little bit different this time, but that's just for illustrative purposes. The same thing is happening. We're going to borrow $10,000 from the insurance company, deposit it to our money manager's account, and from there we're going to deposit it to our personal checking account so that we can go out and purchase $10,000 of goods and services. And this loan will be a personal loan, and it's going to be for $10,000, and we had decided we would pay $50 back per $1,000, and so that would be $500 on this loan repayment for 2 years. And this loan repayment comes from our income, and then we pay it to the money manager's account. And in the last video, once it got to the money manager's account, we would then send it back to the insurance company, or maybe we would let it accumulate here for a few months and then send all the payments back at once. But we want to use the money more quickly in this example, and so we want to cut out this work for us, and we don't want to have the insurance company send us a check right back, and so we're going to cut out the work for them. We want the insurance company to have least expenses as possible, because then our dividends will be higher. So we are going to continue making these loan repayments to our money manager's account, and along the way we are going to want to take another loan, another personal loan for $1,000. Now, if this is something that we already are spending our money on, in other words, our income would come in $1,000 and we would be going to make this purchase, then that means we have now freed up this money because we are going to be borrowing from the money manager's account to meet this expense. If we free up this money, then that's going to be really simple to make those additional monthly payments. Just something to keep in mind. If this is a purchase that we normally would not make, then we're going to have to allocate some of our income to meet this monthly payment. Just something to keep in mind. So I do look over to the money manager's account. I see that I do have $1,000. In fact, I have $1,500 in here. But before we get too excited about that, let's go back over to the insurance company and remind ourselves that the insurance company is going to charge us interest because we borrowed their money. Right now, that interest rate is about 5%. It's variable. It could go up, it could go down, but on $10,000, that's going to be $500 that we are going to owe them on this outstanding loan. So I like to earmark $500 over here so that when they send me that statement, I have that money at my fingertips and don't wonder where I'm going to come up with that money. So I've got that $500 earmarked, and I can borrow $1,000 from the money manager's account. I'm going to send it over here and go ahead and purchase those goods and services. So that is another personal loan, and it's for $1,000, and we're going to use that $50 a month payment. So now I'm going to be making $50 a month payments back to this account. The fourth month, I'm going to continue that first loan of $500 and then add this $50 loan. Now, whether this payment actually starts in the fourth month or the fifth month, it really doesn't matter. You're going to determine that by when you took the loan and when you want that payment to start. So we're going to just continue making these monthly payments. And after a while, I'm going to have a business need arise. And this business need is going to be for $1,500. And so I look at the money manager's account. I see, do I have $1,500 in there? Oh, yes, I have even more than $1,500. So that's great. I'm going to come over here and take $1,500 of this, loan it to my business, go out and buy those goods and services. And now I'm going to come down here, and this will be a business loan. $1,500. Now, instead of using the $50 per thousand to make the $75 payment a month, I am doing a business loan. And when I loan to my corporation, the IRS is then going to be very interested in the amount of interest I'm paying back. And when we did this figure here, this really comes out to about 18% interest. And the IRS might think that is too much interest for me to be paying myself. So I'm going to figure something a little Nevertheless, something I think is justifiable, 10% interest for 24 months, and that payment is going to come out to be $69 and some odd cents. Well, I'm going to round it to $70, and the amortization schedule of that loan is going to reflect that I've been paying extra all along, and so that last payment is going to be less than $70, and that's going to satisfy the IRS. So now my business is going to be paying me $70 a month on this loan. So in the 8th month, I will continue the payment on the first loan, the second loan, and now my business loan. And I could, with the money that's accumulating here, I could do another loan, but for the sake of illustrating this video and for keeping things simple on this video, I am just going to stick with the 3 loans. Let your imagination run as to what you could do. For example, one of our clients had a brother, and we're going to go up to the personal side here. One of our clients had a brother who had to have dental work of $1,000. His brother did not have the money, but he saw that he had the money in his money management account. So he loaned this, he took it from the money management account to his personal account. He loaned it to his brother, and now his brother makes monthly payments to him. Once he receives them, he deposits them to his money management account. Now he has a loan to a third party, and his money isn't just sitting in his money management account, it's out doing good. It's doing good for his brother, and that makes him feel good too. Sometimes you have a child that announces, oh, they want a computer, and it's not birthday, it's not Christmas, and in fact, you're not even sure they really need this, but they want it and they want to purchase it, and you can loan them the money and teach them how to be making loan repayments. That money is going to come back to your money management account. You are teaching your child a good lesson, and that money, the money that they have paid, well, now they can borrow it for some other need that they have in the future. So lots of different opportunities you have here, but for this illustration of this video, we just considered these 3 loans. So let's go to our money manager's account and let's tally up how much do we have in our money manager's account. Well, we have $3,000 from that first loan of $500, and we made 9 payments of $50, so that's $450. We made 5 payments of $70, that was $350, and so that is a total of $3,800 that we have available here. Oh, we have this money that we could use for an additional expense. Now, as we're doing this, we just used 3 loans. Here we talked about the opportunity of 2 other loans, a brother who needed dental work and a child who wanted a computer. This could get very complicated. You see, we could have more and more loans here. Well, we want to make it as simple as possible. So for the second year, or whenever it becomes kind of extra busy for you, take your loans, take your personal loans, and you can consolidate them. You can take what you owe left on each loan and refigure your payment, refigure the number of months you're going to pay it, and just change, this amount might change, especially as you continue doing this later years down the road. You're not going to continue to be able to increase this dollar amount, but you certainly can increase the number of years it takes you to pay it off. In the first, when you're just getting started, we recommend you do loans that are like 24 months long, just so that you get the money back into your money manager's account more quickly to be using. As the number of loans increase to yourself, you're going to have to make sure that you can afford them, so you're going to extend the terms. If you had loaned money to your brother for dental expenses, or to your child for the computer expense, then you're not going to be consolidating their loans. They are going to be separate, but your own loans you can consolidate. You also aren't going to consolidate that business loan unless, of course, you have more than one business loan, and then you can consolidate those loans together if you wish.